First update on Tropical Depression Henry, which has been named by Pagasa in the Philippines. At 5 AM Philippine time on July 16th, it was at 18.4 north, 125.4 east. It's got winds of 30 miles per hour and a pressure of 1,000 millibars. Still a depression at this time. It could intensify into a tropical storm as it heads towards the west, moving just north of Luzon, where we have Signal 1 warnings in effect. This is what we expect over the next few days. The storm's track taking it along the northern periphery there, into the coast of China eventually, and then Vietnam via Hainan Island. There's also, as you can see there on that look, a potential storm behind this one that could develop in the next few days too, that we'll also be watching. But as for this one right now, it's 11W according to the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. That's the number designation. There's no CDPS because it's not yet a tropical storm, but there is its location right now, and it's likely to move through the northern coast of Luzon, possibly making landfall over the island, but certainly passing very close in the next 24 hours. So let's take a look at what we are looking at for storm conditions over the next few hours. It's quite difficult to distinguish the system at the minute. We expect most of the strengthening to occur over the South China Sea. You can see it moving through Hainan Island there on Wednesday, and you can see that next storm forming behind it as well, which is bumping up those chances of tropical storm conditions from that next storm. It is a fairly complex situation that we've got here in the Western Pacific over the next week. Reminds me of one or two occasions in 2016 when a lot of different storm systems or pressure systems were battling for superiority. Sea surface temperatures, though, are looking very warm indeed, around 29 degrees Celsius, which is certainly enough to aid any strengthening. So let's see if there are any other problems facing 11W right now. Henry, this is the model expectations for its intensity. We expect gradual but slow intensification, and that means the Philippines shouldn't get any tropical storm force winds, but if it does strengthen unexpectedly, then obviously some areas will. Wind shear is not looking too bad. Sea surface temperatures very high, relative humidity also fairly high. A track there straight to the west into China and then eventually Vietnam via northern Luzon. Well, it shouldn't be a huge issue, this storm. It's a fairly small one, as you can see here. It's not even as large as the island of Luzon. Obviously, normal precautions should of course be taken. Signal 1 warnings are in effect for the whole northern coast of Luzon there and the islands offshore. Obviously, rainfall amounts will be significant, but winds shouldn't be getting up too much. Common sense should prevail, and hopefully we'll avoid any significant problems and impacts from this storm as a result, even if it does intensify a little bit. We'll have more updates on this as it develops. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com. You can also find our YouTube page if you're not there already. Force 13 on YouTube, subscribe if you haven't. You can also find our Facebook page under the same name, and we're on Twitter. It's @Force13, our handle, if you'd like to follow us and engage with us there. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron on Patreon, where you can find more information and rewards and benefits from that as well. You can also find Force 13 on Skype and my personal account, Fool13 at extension 9094 on Discord for Tropical Weather Chat.